there's a beautiful thing in the Course. It says, I haven't read it in so long, I may have changed it completely, but it says, you are the dream. Don't copyright me, please. You are the dreaming of the dream. I don't like the word dream because it sounds like it's a thing, you know? So it's sort of like dreaming produces a dream. No, it doesn't. Dreaming is dreaming. It produces the illusion that there's a dream, but it isn't. The dreaming never becomes dream. It doesn't become a noun called a dream. You know what I mean? I'd like to get a new dream. You know, no, there's dreaming. And maybe there's millions of threads, but there's dreaming. And none of them become a dream. Now, you would believe that the dream is doing the dream is the source of the dreaming. But in fact, it isn't. It's dreaming. So it says, you and I are the dreaming of the dreaming, let's say. We forget that. Now, that's what interested in me. All right, wait a minute. Let's not let that sentence go. It seems to be important. So I'm the dreaming of the dreaming. Why am I not aware of it then? I mean, you would think that a constant activity, that you are really it, that you're the dreaming, that there would be a sense of that, you know? How would that escape the dreaming? You know what I mean? Well, so you and I are the dreaming of dreaming. We forget that we're dreaming. How do we forget that we're dreaming? The way I see it now, and I've seen it this way in years, is that the dreaming has seemingly, in other words, it's appearing to the dreaming that it's forgotten it's dreaming by the act of being identified as the dreamt. Yeah? So the dreaming loses the sense of its verbness, seemingly. It means it's appearing to it that it's true. It's not true. It's appearing to it. See, if there's a statement in recovery, it says false evidence appearing real. And that one got me too. I said, all right, that sounds very familiar. It sounds like most of the day, the narration is presenting false evidence, and somehow a lot of it's appearing real. And if I'm doing better, a lot less of it's appearing real. But how does it appear real? I mean, what's the activity, what's the action that allows false evidence to appear real? You know? Well, it has to be appearing real to what's real, obviously. Reality must be taking false evidence to be appearing real. Or how would it be able to have an effect when there's no cause? The cause would be the dreaming believing it. So we're the cause of all these uncaused effects, called our fucking day in the head. I mean, you can do a diagnosis and see it. Yeah. All right, so you and I are the dreaming of the dream. We seemingly forget that we're dreaming. Well, what happens then? All right. Woo, here. Honey, you want the jacket? Yeah. Give this to me. You and I are the dreaming of the dreaming. We forget that we're dreaming. And now, and then it explains it in a diagram, not a particular, just like a schematic. It says, all right, now, everything you're dreaming, you now give the ability to affect you as the dreamt. So the dreaming, which is giving everything all the meaning it has now given that which it's dreaming the meaning and the ability to affect it as the dreamt. So now the head, a thought held as mine, can ruin my fucking Saturday. Because does the thought have the power to do that? Obviously not. I have the power. But the power has been siphoned off where I forget this and then it's coming back at me. And just like someone who's really rooted in alcoholism, all they do is blame everyone. They don't see their role in things whatsoever. And on a larger scale, we're not seeing our role here, which is we're dreaming. We're the dreaming of the dreaming. We're not seeing the role. We're seeing it from the dream's point of view, which is you're fucking with me. And in a way, unless you stop, I'm going to be affected or powerless. So you play this huge victim game, yeah? And now everything has the ability to affect you. What's that but the description I just mentioned? Now you've seen the schematics of the production of a life here as the dreamt. And we're not trying to make it clear to the dreamt. We're trying to get it to the dreaming. Because if the dreaming sees it, it may lose interest in the dreamt because it's worthy of being lost interest in. No one else in the whole place has as much interest in you as you. Yeah. If they were going over you as a rating system, you'd be fucking off the fucking, the schedule on the TV station. So there's this, you see, all right, so what happens? I hear it from the dreaming, and maybe I entertain, hey, I'm not the dreamt, that's all. Does the glove have to vanish immediately when the hand says, I'm not the glove? No, the glove can continue, and you can seemingly be wearing the glove. But now it doesn't have, the glove is me, was me, is gonna be me, therefore it is me, and now the hand, unbeknownst to itself, is suffering a life as the glove while not being the glove. Yeah? And the system has a great defense mechanism because it doesn't care if the glove gets unhappy about being a glove. It doesn't care if the glove have yearnings and longings to find a bigger, better glove, to become my more authentic glove. It doesn't care how much the glove wants to get out of the glove. It's still gloving, yeah? But if the hand hears that it's not the glove, then the hand may entertain a possibility. Hey, I can pull myself out of this. Yeah? And what does it do? Yes, it does. And then suddenly, the system, glove all the time. But now, something, you saw it in timelessness, yeah? And if you see it in timelessness, it's not like I finally got out of the glove. You realize there was no glove truly actually to be in, yeah? So your relief isn't because a foe was vanquished, it was an imaginary foe. So if the relief is from a formidable foe, you have to defeat it. If it's an imaginary foe, then the relief is always available at all time, with no requirement necessary, other than the ones you make up. And that you that makes them up isn't you. So why would you want to be beholden to its fucking worldview when it's not yours? That's the message, Hey, I've been waiting for 12 years for a new download. Nothing comes. It's basically, and I could see how, and this is just my taking on it, I could see how self-inquiry, and then Ramana would say surrender, either seeing this place from the dreamt and taking on the humility that seeing it from the dreamt would provoke, which is, thy will be done. I can't freaking do anything of my own power, yeah? And stuff like that. Or inquiry. So asking what you're not, to ask what you're not, who am I? With the hopes that you'll see, it's not even a negation, yeah? Because when they disappear, you realize they never really appeared, yeah? So it's not like, oh, the solution was from that. No, the solution was always available at all times, yeah? You had to go through this little negation to take the two-ness out of it. So, bing, negate it, ding, negate it, and what's left is what's always been there, yeah? Not marred or affected by 40, 80 years of seeming occupation. It didn't leave any scars, nothing. It's as unadorned as the sky is, you know? This is the message.